Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tube Talks, Ep17. And with me, a guest floater, stepping in, subbing, Jafet Manauth, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Jose couldn't make it for scheduling conflict, but it's okay. Jafet stepping in. He's our guest floater. He's floating with us tonight. Jafet, welcome. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Thanks for that graceful introduction.
Yeah.
I am a guest / native floater. For those
Yeah,
that
that is
don't know,
true.
I am from San Marcos, Texas, so I didn't just go to school there.
You were founded in San Marcos.
I myself was founded in San Marcos, Texas.
You were one of the people, one of the few that had beef with not the name, but the fact that in our bio and in our podcast summary page, we say founded in San Marcos. Is that correct?
I do. I did, and I still do a little bit.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, why are you tripping? Why are you tripping, dog? Tell me.
I'm not tripping. I'm just saying.
No, you're tripping. You're tripping.
No one's tripping. I can get tripping if you want me to start tripping. I will start tripping. But I'm just saying, the podcast, whenever it was founded, whenever it was conceived, no one lived. They didn't live in San Marcos anymore. So
doesn't matter though.
You guys did live in San Marcos and y'all would tube in San Marcos and everything. But whenever the actual podcast came to be and it came to light, it wasn't founded in San Marcos. You were in Los Angeles and Jose's in Austin. San Marcos is nowhere to be seen anymore.
How do you know we weren't floating one day and the idea just came to us when we were floating? So the idea does stem from when you go floating, you've been floating. I'm sure our listeners have been floating. When you're floating, you don't take your cell phone unless you're a lunatic and you have insurance and you want to lose it and you want to pay for that. Unless you got money like that. D-Flow lost like 8 phones, but he's balling like that. But you wouldn't take your phone. You don't take your keys because you'll lose your keys. Jake lost his keys one time like that. You just pretty much go float there like true, river rat, San Marco floaters. We just go in there without it. We bring our beer. We sip our beer. We listen, we'll just talk about stupid shit. And that's what it was. That's where it stemmed from. And that's where the idea came from. And that's why we were founded in SMTX.
Right. But you weren't,
I'm still not convincing you.
It was inspired and everything
Correct.
Came from the time that you lived in San Marcos. But when the podcast came to be, it just, I feel like, and we could get the viewers input on this, what they think. You could throw up a poll, on Instagram and see whether they think just because you went to school in San Marcos with Jose, if it was founded in San Marcos.
Okay. But it was inspired.
It was inspired by your time in San Marcos, but you weren't in San Marcos whenever the podcast came to be. And that's it. That's the only beef that I had with it. It was just a little technicality with the whole word founded. Outside of that, man, you guys do a great job.
You like it? Thank you, man. You're one of our YouTube viewers, so I do appreciate that. And thank you again for joining us on this float. It was last minute. I know Jose was really looking forward to recording this week, but he has to go to work.
Yeah, man, very last minute.
Very last minute.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're here. Today we're going to be discussing roommates. We both have had our fair share experience with roommates. I think we both recently, well, not so recent, but it's almost 2 years that we because when I was moving to LA, or when I started in Austin at UT, you started in Austin as well. We moved in at the same time, remember? To Austin.
That's right.
You're in Cedar Park, but
my address.
Yeah. I don't know, though. That shit's like 45 minutes away from the domain. I think that's
it's not 45. I'm like 10 to 15 minutes away from the domain. Let's not.
Oh, okay. So why do you always make it seem like you're fucking far?
Well, I'm always far from downtown, bro. Every time you're in town,
Mm,
you're always hanging out South Austin, and that shit is far. That is 45 minutes out, and the traffic getting there on 35 or whether I take 183, it's
yeah,
just I like my space, bro, and I don't have to. I don't want to go fucking downtown
go all
every
the way
time
out
to see
there.
you, and you never
Yeah,
want to make it. So I'm the one that
I
always has to, go out of my way to hang out with you, man.
yeah. We've been to
Just saying.
Chilla Killers. That place is pretty far up. That's like 5 minutes from your place, no?
I think it was like 15.
Yeah,
That's
all
fair
right.
though. That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So today, before we start our topic on roommates, I think we should cover the Two Talk signature segment. I heard you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do the Jose voice.
Oh, okay. Do I do it now?
Yeah, do it now. You got to do it now. Here we go. Ready? Go.
I heard.
I heard. You gotta let it roll out your tongue. You gotta let it crescendo. Yeah, you gotta. I heard. You know what I mean? All right, go do it again.
I heard.
Is that the Mexican OT? I heard. What was that? Yeah, a little bit like that, right? I'm not a big fan of the
Yeah.
OT. I
I
respect
went to
his
his
hustle.
concert.
Did you like it?
I was too drunk to really know what was going
Oh
on.
yeah, it was in Cedar Park, right? At the
No, it wasn't. I
H.
went. It was in Houston. I went to Houston
Oh
to go see
shit!
him.
I didn't know that.
Um, yeah, but I wasn't like a huge fan. But my friend was like, "Hey, I want to go," so I went with her, and I got drunk, so it was fun.
Yeah, I just don't like the way he rolls his R's, like the way he adds them in unnecessary words. Like I don't know, but anyway,
But that's
I
his
do.
signature style.
Yeah,
That's
but
his signature. That's what he's known for. So that's what he has
he every
to do.
time I go on his TikToks, whenever he's like being featured on TikTok, they always refer him as the Mexican Kevin Gates.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
So that's maybe his signature there, Mexican Kevin Gates. Okay, Jafet. So I was on the internet this week. Well, I'm usually on the internet every week, to be honest. To be fair, but the internet was going nuts because they were trying to ban the. Well, there's rumors that the United States government wants to ban Zen. How do you feel about that?
I think it is infringing of our rights, and it's not right.
That's not right.
And
Do you
I
do
think
Zen?
the U.S. stepping out of their boundaries.
So,
I don't. I I'm I don't Zen and I don't vape. I believe that you should, if you're gonna smoke, smoke a real
might
cigarette,
as well
like a
smoke the
man.
real shit. Yeah, yeah, I am too.
I got them right here, man. Like I am a smoker, and I smoke real cigarettes.
Okay, okay, chill
That's
out. but but here's the thing. So again, so if you don't know, first things first. This was the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer who had called on the federal agencies to crack down on Zen nicotine pouches. Zen nicotine, they kind of resemble a chewing tobacco type of. I mean, you just put the pouch on your lip and you suck the nicotine, and it's a alternative for chewing tobacco. But it's the latest trend in addiction for teens. That's what the senator was saying. I don't know, man. I stopped chewing tobacco a long time ago, a long time ago. I think like when I started at Texas State, that's when I had stopped doing it. I only picked it up because I mean everyone in the military did it, and is that a Modelo?
It is.
Let's go,
And I
Modelo
always have to,
time.
salt and lime always. That's how you drink a Modelo.
You don't drink it without salt and lime. You can't. Someone's gonna come
I
and
don't
give
like
you a
it.
ticket.
I
That's not,
will, but I'd rather have a salt and lime.
that's not the proper way to drink a.
But you were
Oh, so yeah,
a
so
Modelo.
yeah, I used to chew whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
I have tried Zen. I just stopped dealing with it. Uh, vaping too. My that one year at UT, I was vaping a lot because everybody was vaping. That was a thing in college. But
Okay,
after that
I didn't
year,
know
I
you
was like, oh yeah, I was a vapor dog.
were you like a jewel pod vapor or like a
Yeah.
fucking you had your whole thing
No,
and
I
then you
had a
put the
jewel.
juice in there,
No. I didn't go. I didn't go to
ripping
that.
fat.
That I didn't go that far. Nicotine's a hell of a
Okay.
drug, isn't it? I mean, you're a smoker.
Um, I mean, I'm a smoker because I choose to be a smoker. I'm not a smoker because I need to smoke. But I feel like that's something that someone that's addicted to cigarettes would say.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna
I
say. It sounds like
can.
you're addicted. It sounds like you're very fucking addicted. I can stop whenever I want, man.
No, I really can. I really can. And I've done it before. And I don't always smoke. Usually I just smoke when I drink, but for some reason, these past 2 months, I've just been like, you know what? I want to have a cigarette every day after work. Like, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'll stop in February.
Isn't it crazy? So you've been to Mexico, and isn't it crazy how it's just the U.S. Because I've been to Europe, Asia. It's crazy how the U.S. is still like it's the only country that has like completely fucking not banned, but it's like not socially acceptable to smoke cigarettes. Like it's the only country, dude. Everywhere in Europe, people are still smoking. Mexico, people are still smoking, and it's interesting. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah,
interesting. Like the social this together as society. I guess it's good. Good on us that we're fighting the war on tobacco. But I, I I'm not against or not against tobacco. I'm neutral to it. I don't smoke. I usually smoke when I'm like out in
you know
abroad
what?
because everyone's doing it, so I do it too, and it's good. It's good to fucking drink a nice fucking glass of wine, a nice glass of Josh, and smoke a cigarette. But we'll cover that right now. But I don't know. But I do see that the danger in teens, man. These teens were hooked on fucking jewels and all that, and
It,
and
it,
and
it
I don't think that's cool.
Zen is super super popular in social media, like with the younger crowd, right?
Yeah,
Uh, Dude, I was a teenager smoking like every like and it's if you look back on time, right? Like pop culture stuff like that in the movies in the 70s where they portrayed
80s.
like high school
Yeah,
kids, 80s, right? Like they portrayed these high school kids that were like smoking cigarettes in the restrooms and
dude,
like it's always a part of I guess like being a teenager
isn't that
um
crazy?
smoking cigarettes or doing some sort of nicotine, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, no, it's crazy. When I was at Aldine High School, um, they had these like patios or these courtyards that we couldn't. I don't know why the fuck they didn't let us in there, but like you couldn't access the courtyards. But they had these courtyards, and these were like the old smoking pits from like the 70s, 80s. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like high schools had smoking designation areas? Insane, dude. Insane. But yeah, I guess every year like there's a fascination with nicotine, I guess how you were saying. I just think this
Yeah.
one is really discreet though. I think this one is like you can't smell Zen. You can't the vapor of vapes and jewels just fucking disappears. So this one is kind of crazy because it's very discreet, but also there's not a lot of research on this, dude. Like the popcorn lung shit, that shit's real, dude. Like,
Well, okay, so the thing about Zyn though is like I think its whole thing is that it isn't tobacco, right? And it's straight nicotine. So it's more discreet, and I guess you could, just be zinning in the middle of class as a kid or whatever, right? But you're not necessarily, there's no research yet, right? But you're not taking in all those like bad carcinogens and all the bad stuff and the poison, the rat poison and all that stuff that you get from traditional chewing tobacco or like a cigarette,
smoking a
right? Because
cigarette,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's just straight nicotine, like nicotine straight to the dome. No tobacco, no nothing. So is Zyn bad for the kids? I don't know, man. That's
Yeah,
I
I don't think banning it is the solution. I think it's just a simple conversation with your kids, you know.
if I
But then
had a
again,
kid, what I
I'm
want,
not a parent. I'm not a parent. How would you
yeah, I
feel?
mean,
How would you feel if Dylan was sinning? Is he sinning?
I don't know. No,
Let's
I don't
call him
think he
up.
likes.
Call him up right now. No, I'm just kidding. I just call. Hey, you sinning, bro? No, but I mean, I guess I really don't know how parents feel, but I think this is a thing that you just have a conversation with your kids. I mean, I know when I was growing up, my parents had conversations with me about drugs and stuff, and you know,
So did mine. I still went and smoked cigarettes when I was 14,
yeah,
15. Found a way to get them, you know.
yeah,
Um, so I think it's no matter what, right? The thing with Juul was that they really were targeting kids with the flavors. But you go back in time, right? Cigarettes would target traditional, cigarettes
yeah.
companies target kids with advertising, and then that got banned. And it's always a fight against big tobacco, you know. And I think it's time that big tobacco just fight back harder. Is what needs to happen.
We'll see what happens on that. We'll see. I don't think, but yeah. So maybe I think banning it might not be the solution, and there needs to be
No,
something else. Yeah.
if you
Okay.
ban it, you're gonna find a way to get their hands on it. So
Yeah. Exactly. I agree. Uh, so we mentioned a little bit about Josh, the wine Josh. It took the internet by storm a few like earlier this month, and it's making now its way to Facebook and stuff like that. So I guess it's not cool anymore. I guess we're not in the end since we're talking about it. But I saw it go viral a few weeks ago, and I thought the memes were hilarious because I actually purchased the um the wine, Josh. That's just a simple name for a wine bottle, Josh. So what happened is earlier this year, I guess there was a tweet out there that went out, and it was like, I think the tweet said this is by at Optimus Grind underscore. I'm not going to keep telling y'all to grow up and leave that Stella and Barefoot alone. And then he posted a picture of Josh, and then the whole internet took it by storm, and Josh is in. What do you think? You're a wine drinker, aren't you?
I do drink wine. I'm not an avid wine drinker. I don't know my wines, but I will drink wine.
Have you ever had Josh? The fucking
I
memes
haven't
are
had
just fucking funny.
I haven't had Josh wine, and I hadn't heard of the memes until today, until a few
When we
hours
started
ago.
talking
Whenever
about it,
you sent me those funny. They were funny though. You sent me the Twitter ones. They were funny, man. There were some good ones, but it hadn't come across my TL. You know.
it came across mine, and not that it was so fucking funny. The ones that I sent you, was it? It's they're just so hilarious. So I actually drink Josh. I've drank Josh. I've knocked down a few bottles of Josh. Um, I always thought it was weird. I always thought it was a weird name, but it's like $20 a bottle. So I'm like, oh, it's not cheap wine, but it's not also not expensive, you know. So I'll usually get like a bottle of Josh or a bottle of Decoy. Have you heard of Decoy? Decoy, or it's the one with the little duck. You know, it's
I have
I like
I have bottle
drinking.
of decoy.
Yeah, those are pretty good, right? So it's a similar taste. I don't know why the fuck you would name a bottle of wine, Josh, but the memes were fucking funny, man. I like the little penguin, the little penguin with the little fucking towel on the hand tuxedo. He goes up to you, "You're Josh, sir," or pour up, Josh, headshot, Josh,
Yeah, that
sit
that
down,
was my
Josh.
favorite. That pour of Josh one. Whenever I saw that, I was dying, man. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
tonight will be a Joshumentary, and it's like 5 bottles of Josh. Uh, I mean, hello, travel. Would you care for some Josh?
Funny when I was right now that I went to HEB to go. I went to go buy like the 6 pack of Modelo that I got
Yeah.
on my way out in the wine section. I did see a bottle of Josh. I was like, that's so funny. I didn't notice it before though. But then again, I don't shop for wine often. The bottle of Decoy that I have was a gift, so it's just been sitting
Yeah,
there.
I mean, these are. I mean,
Uh,
these are. They're not that expensive. They're like $20. I hate Barefoot, dude. I hate Stella. Like I hate cheap wine. I mean, some would argue that well, Josh is kind of cheap wine too, but at least like it has a good taste, you know. Um, the thing about wine though, here's the thing about wine. I have no idea what the fuck I'm drinking other than a cab, and I hate white wine. I will tell you that I fucking hate white wine. I don't like white wine.
I
I don't
haven't
like
had.
the rosé. No, dude. I
Yeah,
think if you're
I've
gonna
always.
drink wine, reds is the way to go. Red is the
Yeah,
way to go, and uh I'm always down, dude. I'm always down for like let's pop some bottles open. Let's get because a wine buzz is a different kind of buzz too, Jafet. You don't think so?
I. Everyone says
Or
that, but I don't feel it, man. Like
you don't
whenever I
think
get wine drunk, I'm just
it was a
drunk, dude. I
fucking
don't.
no, dude. My body feels heavier on wine. Like my body feels like heavier. I feel like a little more disoriented. Like with wine, I'm like I could drink like 3 glasses of wine, maybe 4, and in my head, and I'll be sitting down, and usually when I drink wine, I'm eating, and I'm like, oh, dude, I feel fucking good, dude, and then I get up, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude, I'm disoriented as fuck, bro. It's something. I think it just hits. I don't know if it hits harder. It's a different buzz, and I mean, just like liquor though, liquor's a whole different buzz. When you're fucking drunk on fucking a 12 pack of Coors Light, like it's a whole different vibe. I don't know.
Not for me, man. For me, it's all just getting drunk, dude. I'll take shots of tequila. I'll be sipping on some whiskey, or I'll be drinking beer or drinking wine, dude. Whenever I'm drunk, I'm just drunk, dude. That's all I know. I,
What's
there
the
is no distinction for me between like wine drunk and whiskey drunk. Oh, brown liquor makes me do this. I'm just
You're
drunk,
just
dude.
drunk. What about
Yeah.
best time to be drunk? Like what's the best time for you to be fucking like, dude, I'm fucking this is great. That tailgate we recently went to was fucking
That's,
fun. Yeah, like what best time of day? Like are you like do you like getting drunk in the morning, like getting drunk in the afternoon, maybe after work,
no,
at night, all the same shit.
no,
You can't lie though.
just
That
no, no, no,
tailgate
no, no. Night.
night.
So it's okay, is fun, right, and everything, and it's a day party, and you're getting fucked up during the day and everything, but then you come down, bro, and then it's like 6, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? I feel like shit because I came down from a drunk, and I'm not like,
Hey, your hangover
unless you
kicks
go
in.
out, yeah, like right on the spot. And whenever, for me at least, whenever I come down from my buzz, and I try to drink again, I can't get back up there, dude, and I just feel like shit.
Well, I was gonna
So
say,
for me, it's always,
no,
what do
go
you
on.
say?
No, go on. For you
So
is
so for me personally, it's always get drunk at night, like go to the bars at night, from 10 or 11 till 2, you get fucked up, and then you come home, you smash on some Whataburger, and then you just pass out. But I don't like to get drunk and like stay up afterwards, or like come down. I don't like to come down from the drunk. I have to go to sleep after my drunk. So day drinking, I don't do. Um, Morning drinking, I don't do. And then especially like by myself drinking, I don't do. I
no.
think drinking and getting drunk by yourself is like one of the most depressing things you could do.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
I'm always
That is true. I never thought about it like that. I don't like drinking by myself either. I really don't. Uh, but
yeah.
that last
So
time
I don't
we,
I don't come like have a glass of whiskey or anything because I'll get buzzed all by myself and it's like there's nothing to do. It's boring.
yeah,
So
that last tailgate we went to and got drunk in the middle of the day, that was pretty fun, right? Like we were drunk by 4 in the middle of the UT campus, just fucking fucked up.
Yeah. That was fun up until we came down from the drunk, or at least for
Yeah,
me. I came down
halfway
being
through the
drunk, and you
game.
saw me, bro. I was like, dude, I'm not drunk anymore. If I keep drinking, I can't drink anymore because I feel like
It's not gonna be
shit.
fun.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I stopped having fun, and I left halfway through the game because I had to go home.
All right. All right.
So
What about Josh? Will you be trying a Josh at some
I
point
will
in the
be.
next week?
I will be trying the Josh. I don't know about the next week, but next time I do go wine shopping, I'm not. I don't drink wine by myself. If I'm drinking wine, it's usually with
I
a
do.
girl,
I
right?
with a girl
Yeah,
on a date or
yeah.
what?
No, no. Like if I'm drinking wine, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have dinner with a girl, cook dinner, and like, let's cook some dinner, watch a
What are you gonna be?
movie, drink
What are you
some
playing in the
wine.
background? Frank Sinatra or what? Fly
Yeah,
me
I'll just
to the moon with
I'll look
the
up wine drinking playlists on Spotify, and hey, it it does a trick, bro.
with
So
the Josh. All
yeah, I might look up
right.
Josh wine playlist.
Yeah, I bet you there's already like a Josh playlist. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move into our conversation of roommates because we both had experience having roommates. We were never roommates, right? I don't think so.
No,
Um,
we've not been roommates. No,
no,
that'd be cool.
uh, maybe.
Well, not anymore because we're both getting kind of up there. I'm about to
Yeah.
be 30. You're like 35.
What's the oldest age? What's the oldest age that you think you could have a roommate?
I think a roommate up until you get married,
So no
whatever age that
couple,
is.
whatever age that is.
Whatever
Okay.
age it is that you get married, then that's up until you get married. You can't, like, once you get married, like, you got to have your own spot with your partner.
And that's it. Yeah. What if it's like two couples? Can
That's
two
weird.
couples be roommates?
Maybe if they're young couples, like college couples, or just out of college, young professionals. But once you're at the 27, 28, and you have a serious couple, you should not be having roommates.
No, that's interesting. It's interesting here. So in Texas, I think it's a little different because in Texas, everyone wants to have their own spot, be independent, blah 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 blah. Bro, here in LA, dude, everyone has roommates, dude. Like 30, 40, even 50-year olds, bro. You'll see posts like, hey, like a senior looking for a roommate, don't need care. Like, my nephew comes and checks on me every other day, but I'm looking for a roommate. Did you ever see Club de Cuervos?
No, I didn't.
In Club de Cuervos, there was a guy that lived with a senior lady, and he lived in a retirement home. He lived in a retirement home with a senior lady. Wasn't his grandma or anything, and he would just like live there. And he would call her, "Oh, mi roomie," and like they would get high together and all this shit. But anyways, but yeah, so like you'll see some age differences in roommates too. Like you'll see like a 18, 19-year old chick with a 40, 50-year old roommate man, and like they respect each other, they do their shit. I mean, LA's is such an expensive city, bro, and I'm sure, I imagine that's how it is in New York and San Francisco, Mexico City. um so I think there's more lenience in that. uh what's your roommate experience?
So I have had a total of three roommates. My first apartment, I lived with my cousin and my best friend, and then I moved back home, and then I lived in that was in San Marcos, where I was founded, and then I went to New Braunfels after that, and then I lived with another one of my best friends, um, and then I went back home, and now I'm in Austin. So I haven't really like been through a long cycle of
What about in
roommates.
college and like in your dorms?
Well, I didn't stay in
Oh,
dorms,
you didn't
buddy.
live in the
I
dorms.
I was a local to San Marcos, so I didn't have to stay in
You were
dorms.
founded in San Marcos.
I was founded in San Marcos. Yes.
uh Okay. So wow. So two different roommates in New Braunfels and then in San Marcos.
Yeah, three. So
Wait, didn't you
two
live
different.
with? Didn't you live in San Marcos with a roommate? I remember you lived over there by the Pizza Hut by the CBS on
Yeah,
nine
yeah,
thirty
yeah. So
five.
that was my first
Was that
apartment over at San
that
Marcos.
was
I'm
with
with
your
my
cousin? That's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was with your cousin.
cousin, my best friend from high school.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah,
Have you
and then
ever shared? Have you ever shared a room?
I did with my cousin. We shared my room back in my house before we moved out. We shared a room
Okay.
there.
So you literally had the literal roommate. Okay. I
Yeah,
I've had roommates growing up. Having a large household. We had to share rooms, but then I got to the
roommates.
Marine Corps. Like me and my siblings shared rooms.
Okay,
We had bunk
I think. Oh, well,
beds.
I think like I had a bunk bed with my sister growing up, but I don't.
You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't say
call.
like that's my room.
Okay, well,
I was just
what I'm saying is like growing
sibling.
up, like yeah, I know what you're saying, but like growing up, I've always been used to sharing my room. So
Okay,
I went into the Marine Corps, and in the Marine Corps when I got out, I mean, obviously we share the squad bay, which is like 100 people in one room, but that doesn't really count as a room. When I got my first dorm, I had a roommate from New York. He was really cool. We lived for like three to 5 months together in North Carolina. Then after that, we all moved back to LA to Camp Pendleton, actually, in between LA and San Diego. And I had three. It was three to a room, and so that was insane. Three people in one room. Two had a bunk bed, and I had the single. And I did that for a few years. Then I got out, and when I went to Texas State, I had a roommate there. Then I had another one, Jake, and with Jake we lived together for like 3 years, dude. Honestly, I think Jake he's the best roommate I had like growing up in college. Like he was the longest tenured. Yeah, oh yeah, mamalo. No, he was the longest tenured roommate that I had, and he was really cool. And then after that, I roomed again with him after college, but I also shared a room with Josh, not the wine. I'm not a drunk, but I had a fucking 5 pallets of Josh, or fucking 5 barrels of Josh. No, but Felipe's cousin Josh. So I lived with him for a few
I
months,
remember
and
Johnson. Yeah,
then moved back home. Damn, I'm telling my history here over here. Like, you motherfuckers, freak. You guys are gonna hack into my Instagram and be like, which one of these were your roommates? You ever get those questions like, oh, which of these addresses you lived in? Anyways, and my won't go too much into detail anymore. But the last roommate that I had was D Flow, and
that's right.
that one was a crazy ride.
With D-Flow,
hmm We had a
what
lot of differences.
craziest one? Okay, why is
You know
that?
they,
What
they
kind of?
they you know there's a famous saying, don't live with your best friends.
Yeah,
And
that is very much true. They told me the same thing with my high school best friend. They were like, "Don't." Everyone that I talked to before at the job that I was working, I'd tell all my friends at work and stuff like, "Yeah, I'm about to me and my buddy, my best friend, we're about to move in together." And everyone was like, "Dude, don't live with your best friend.
bad
It's
idea,
there's
bad idea.
bad idea. It never ends well." And I was like, "Dude, nah, that's my boy. Like, nah, like we're boys, dude." And nah, like holy shit, were they right, dude? It doesn't end well. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is, but it,
it's
it
just
does not end well.
you get to know your roommate at another like you get to know your best
Your
friend at
best friend.
another intimate level. And sometimes, I think a big problem with that is confrontation and talking it out. And so I think with D-Flow, like I wasn't the best roommate to D-Flow. He wasn't the best roommate to me either. Like we had a lot of arguments and stuff like that, but we're still cool. And I think one of the things that made our like one of the reasons why we still talk and everything is because we would talk through everything. I mean, yes, there was a period after we moved out that we didn't talk for like a month or two, But after that, we reconciled, and we both agreed that we were both shitty people, or sorry, we were both shitty roommates to each other. But the fact that we actually tried working it out and discussed and talked over and over and over, like we had like a lot of sit downs and talks on why, you know, but it worked out, and I'm glad I did that, and that was something that I learned. And I think if I would have known that earlier, like I think that would have solved a lot of my issues with other past roommates, because there are other roommates that, you know, the relationship was damaged. There's also, you know, it's just confrontation, dude. It's just how to approach
Yeah,
things, and I think D Flow and I were really matured. Well, okay, matured at understanding. Like we had some level of understanding, and that mentality. I don't think we both had it in or at least I know that I wouldn't had that mentality in college, to where it's easy to just tell someone to fuck off and ignore them than to
yeah,
actually sit down and like, hey man, I really don't like it when you put your socks here, or blah blah blah. So,
yeah,
but I think I honestly, my thought on the don't live with a roommate. I think there is some truth to it. I think you just gotta be careful and lay out the ground rules. Also,
yeah.
Deflo and I were living in during the pandemic, dude. You have no idea how hard that was to convince your friend to move to a town that he's fucking brand new to, doesn't know anybody other than the guys that he went to college with. So one, that's our social circle. Two, we
At least
live
you know
together.
someone. Yeah,
Three, we fucking worked from home, and we were working in the same station. So I was seeing this guy 24/7, dude. Wake up, see him, work all day with him in front of my face. Social circle was together, and fucking pandemic, bro. So it was tough. But
so
who?
I mean, are you saying that that part of it was tough? Because my second experience with a roommate when I lived in New Braunfels, his name was Jose, and he's still like my best
Shout
one
out
of my best
Jose.
friends. Shout out Jose, man. He's still
How
one of my
close were
best friends.
y'all? How close were
So,
y'all? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
no, go ahead.
How close were y'all? Dick on dick. No, I'm kidding. How close were y'all before y'all moved in?
Before we moved in, we were pretty cool. We so the relationship between myself and this individual, Jose, at the time, he knew my mom before he knew me because they worked
Okay.
together at McDonald's. So they were friends. And then he would come around family parties like that. I was like, hey, what's up, dude, all the time, right?
Yeah.
We got a job together at the call center in New Braunfels, and that's when we really became tight. We would
Hmm.
always like after work go fucking drink, go party. We were just always fucking. That was at the square. You would not see me without Jose. That was my boy. Like we would always go out, right? So that's when we got really tight. And at the time when we were working at the call center is when the pandemic hit, and that's when we both moved into an apartment in New Braunfels. So we had the same job. We had the same social circle at that point because we were always like it was just me and him going out with people, right? Um, same job, same social circle in the pandemic, working from home, the both of us. It was fucking
That's
awesome.
interesting. Did you guys
That
work
was
from? Did you work from the same room or the same? Like you
no,
guys had your own
no.
room?
We had our own. I mean, we didn't fucking bunk bed or anything. Like I worked
No.
in my
See.
room, he worked in his room, and that was the fucking sweetest roommate arrangement that I've ever had, dude. After work, we would just bust out the Michelobs, dude, with the salt and the lime. Just get drunk, dude. Like that's all. And then we'd have like people over. We'd bring girls over and stuff. And like all we did, in it was 1 year that I lived out there in New Braunfels. We just got drunk and fucking just partied all the time together, dude.
See
It
that
was
that
awesome.
and that kind of sounds like the dynamic that I had with Jake, because when I moved in with Jake, we weren't that cool. Like we would hang out, whatever. We had like similar friends, but at that time, like a lot of the friends were leaving college or doing their own thing, and it was just me and Jake. And I'm like, dude, do you want to live together? Like I know you don't want to live in the dorm. And he's like, yeah, fuck it, let's try it out. We tried it out, and we weren't that close. I think living together got us close because we went through a lot of shenanigans together. Then we rushed together, we pledged together, became bros. And I think we came in with boundaries, and I guess this goes on to the next question that I had for you is, what do you think makes a good roommate? Because I think with Jake, dude, like at least with my experience with him, we were Jake's a really direct guy, and I guess me too. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I worked with Jake, dude. Like we just had good chemistry. We were good bros. If he was upset at, okay, so here's the thing. If he was upset at something, yeah 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 mama la. No, but
Crazy.
no. But if there was something with Jake, like he would come in and yell and scream. And I'm a patient guy. At least I thought. I like to think that I am. So with him, I had patience, dude. Like I wouldn't blow up. Like I'll let him like yell and fucking vent whatever, and then I'm like, all right, dude, yeah, okay, and then we'll figure out solutions to it. And Jake was he's a very like even Steven guy, and so if there was shit he didn't like taking out I think he didn't like washing dishes, and I didn't like taking out trash. I don't know what dynamic we had. So we're like, all right, you do this and I do
Washing
that.
washing dishes is the fucking worst. That's like the word. I hate washing dishes so much.
I hate washing dishes too.
With or without, that
Dude,
is the worst.
it's
But
have you tried do you use a dishwasher now?
I do now.
Dude,
The
it's the best.
dishwasher is it's the best, dude. Like you just throw it in there. You don't even have to scrub this stuff, dude. And it just comes out clean. And it
Dude.
really cleans it more than it does if you
Mhm.
hand wash it because it heats it. It's like an oven in there. So it kills all
Dude,
the bacteria, all the germs.
exactly.
Scientifically proven to
And
come
it
out cleaner.
wastes
Once I learned,
it uses less water
yeah,
too. Dude, opening
I
up
didn't
your
know that.
dishwasher, opening up your dishwasher after washing the load and all the fucking steam comes out, and those fucking your fine china, or in my case my mason jars, they're fucking sparkly clean, dude. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, with Jake I had a good dynamic. With D-Flow we our dynamic was a little off, but what kept us pushing together was communication. So I think when it comes to having a roommate, you either, and it sucks, dude, because some people are not like they're not fucking confrontational. They would do whatever it takes to avoid awkward situations. But I think if you're gonna have a roommate, you have to have those conversations. If not, they're not gonna know, dude. They're not gonna know. So I think that for me, what makes a good roommate is communication. Like that, hands down, dude. That's to the core, to the bone.
Okay. For
You? What do
me,
you?
my first roommate, my best friend from because I roommated with the first time my first apartment. It was my cousin and then my best friend from high school. But I will say, my buddy from high school was emotionally like mature by like 10 years ahead of where everyone else in our age group was. So any
Mm,
issues that there was of what I myself or my cousin were doing as shitty roommates, like he would bring it up in a calm, like he'd be direct about it, like, hey man, let's talk about this. And then so he was the one that kind of addressed everything, and we would talk about things. I wouldn't like if there was something that was bothering me, I wouldn't be like, hey dude, this is bothering me. I would just like I was non-confrontational. But he would, man, he would just be like, hey man, let's talk about this. What's going on here? Let's get to the bottom of this and let's
mm.
fix it,
And that could come
right?
off annoying, like time after time. Like motherfucker, dude. Will you again? You want to talk about something?
But to be fair, I mean, like me and my cousin, like we were being like at times really shitty roommates. In that whole situation where we lived together, I think me and him were the shitty ones. Like we were the bad roommates. We were messy. We wouldn't
Yeah,
wash our dishes. We'd be noisy. We'd get drunk and fucking just cause a ruckus, stuff like that, right? Um, but then what makes a good roommate for me, at least, my second experience living with a roommate, was he was just considerate, right? We were considerate
oh
about at that time
yes, yeah, that's a
about
big
each
one.
other. Like we
That
were just, hey man, if you're working, you're on a call or something, I'm not going to be making noise. We worked at a
exactly.
call center. We were constantly on calls, dude. If I would make a mess, he would clean it up. If I didn't, or he rarely ever made messes that he didn't clean up. But I would sometimes like go and wash dishes. I would go out of my way to be considerate and to be nice, right? Just thinking of the other person.
Yeah,
Um, that was that's what made that living arrangement with that roommate just fucking that was perfect, dude.
that's a big one, dude. Because sometimes we're like, dude, it's so hard to understand like what the other person's thinking and whatnot. But just trying to like just be, a general rule of thumb is be a good person, be a good be a good person. If you know, um, I remember I won't say which roommate, but like we had our living room, and this person would treat it like a fucking like it was his locker, and I'm like, dude, this is a common area, dude, common fucking sense. This is, and he busted out the Drake and Josh, well, last time I checked, this is a living room, and I'm living. And I'm like, yes, dude, but it's not yours, dude. It's a communal space. And he's like, all right, whatever. And he kind of just got discouraged from using the living room. But no, I think you're right. I think just being be a decent human and be considerate. I think that will get you a long way. It'll go a long way.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucking like walked in on your roommate doing some crazy fucking shit, dude? So, like some shit that you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here?
So nothing crazy as an embarrassing like walked in on my roommate just fucking going at it with a girl or on himself.
Raw
Nothing
dogging.
like that. Yeah, no, none of that ever happened. We were pretty considerate about. Well, that's one thing I will say. Like every other roommate situation, both of them, both apartments. If we would have someone, a friend or whatever, come over, be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have this person over. Is it cool if y'all like stay in your room or something?" We're like, "Yeah, man, that's chill. Just be in
Stay
your
in
room
your
playing video
room.
games." Yeah, dude, you want to use the living room. We had a fireplace in our first apartment, so that was always pretty cool.
Oh,
Like
nice, nice,
lighting,
nice.
you so
You,
that
you,
was all.
you,
We were always considerate about that. But my cousin, one time, I don't know what he was doing. He was wilding out, bro. But he had a trash can that he tried to light a fire in or something. But I think he lit some hair or paper. I don't know what it was, but the fire, like the flames were big,
holy shit!
and he was like, "Oh
Inside?
shit!" He was like running around. It was inside. I don't know what the
Oh
fuck he
my
was doing,
god!
lighting a fire inside, bro, in a trash can. And he was like, the fire is just like on the trash can's on fire. He's running around. He's like, "What the fuck do I do with this? What the?" It's like, bro, take it to the balcony. Like, go outside with it. And he like finally goes outside, takes it to the balcony, stomps it out, because it's like a plastic trash can, so it's all melted. He stomps it out, and the whole apartment is just smoke in there, and the fire alarms going off.
Oh my
It was,
god!
that was probably it was nothing embarrassing. There was never anything embarrassing, but that was probably like the craziest roommate thing that ever happened living with roommates.
Dude, living at the house was so fucking crazy. I
Oh, I bet,
dude,
dude.
you motherfucker. The first fucking night that the so I think it was like this first weekend we move in, we have a
The
party, and it
first
was like a
party.
yeah, it was like a fucking it was just like a little fucking soft opening for the house, right? Soft opening. We only invited a few people. Well,
Right.
fucking Jake gets fucked up. Everyone gets fucked up. We're all fucked up. And we're trying to get Jake to his room. No. We're having the party. We're having the party, and I see Jake talking to a young lady, and they're talking, they're hitting it off. And then I think Jake said, "Hey, you want to come see my stamp collection or my turtle or something?" I don't remember. So she's like, "Yeah, whatever. Let's go upstairs." So they're going upstairs, and he's climbing the stairs, and I'm still in the living room just drinking my beer, talking, I don't know, talking politics and art with a young lady, and and you just hear
That
the
sounds about right.
fucking, you just hear fucking, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then you just hear the like the stairs just, And I'm like, what the fuck? And then you just hear, and then the young lady is like, oh my God, are you all right? And then at this point, I'm like, something fucking happened to Jake. So I go up there, everyone runs, and Jake's like fucking knocked out on the fucking wall trying to get up. And he gets up, bro, and he fucking left a fucking huge dent on the fucking wall. You can still see some of his hairs in that fucking section, dude. And I'm like, damn it, dude, like that's fucking crazy. I thought that was the craziest shit that was gonna happen, you know. But the party kept going, so on. I wake up early the next day. Not that early. It was like probably like 8 or 9. I wake up because I was hungry. I walk down. Da, da, da. I see the fucking dent that Jake made, and I turn to the kitchen, and who do I fucking see? Fucking Jafet Manauth passed the fuck out on my kitchen floor, starfishing it, dude. Just fucking I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And I went and I kicked you a little bit, and I'm like, hey, Jafet, are you okay? And then you wake up and you're like, last night was a rager, bro. And I'm like, dude, it was just like a kickback. It wasn't even that thing crazy. What the fuck happened, dude? So many stories like that happen at the house, by the way. But this was just one of the first ones, and I always remember because you were the first motherfucker that fucking woke up, passed the fuck out in the house. The fuck?
That was such a good time, man. That house, and I remember the living arrangement that y'all had in there, dude. Y'all packed. Was it? So it was you, one person in the room, two in the room next to you, and then one person downstairs.
Yeah, it was four
That's a total
people
of
in the
five.
house. Yeah, 4 or 5 people.
Four.
Yeah. I think the most that
Yeah.
house had ever had was like 6 people. Some of the
Yeah.
guys really packed it in there, which I think that was the intent, man, because you save on rent, dude. That's the
Right.
beauty thing. That's the beauty of having your roommate, dude, is saving money. And
Dude,
you find a good roommate, dude. Stretch that shit and
these
save.
these rent prices living on your own are fucking ridiculous, man.
They're insane, dude.
It's crazy how expensive it is. Rent is just for like a one bedroom, right, to live on your own. If
Yeah,
I had a roommate, I would be paying half of what I am right now, which would be so nice.
it'd be
But I
so
don't
sick,
think it would be so sick. But I don't think that I would want to give up the freedom or just the style, like
dude.
living by yourself now. Once you experience it, and everyone says this, dude, and it's true, just
Once,
like
yeah,
with your best friend, dude. But once you live on your own, dude, it
ain't
is so nice, man. It's fucking
ain't no
awesome,
way going back, dude. It's so hard to go back. I thought
dude.
about it too. I thought about it.
I've been contemplating it, dude, because I'm like I could save, you know, I could be paying $700 to $800 for a room in a house right now with other people, of course, right? And right now I'm playing close, if not more than double that right now, you know, to
No.
live on. But the fact that I can just walk in after work, dude, it's like 4 p.m. I walk
Mm.
in, slam the door behind me. First thing I do, I don't know if you're like this or how many other people are like that, but I like to just hang out in my boxers, dude. If I'm in my space
I
by
fucking
myself, I'm in my boxers, and the first thing I do is like kick off my shoes, throw my shirt on the couch, drop my fucking jeans, like halfway walking to my room to like right in front of the TV, in between my coffee table and the TV, drop my jeans, dude, and I'm just chilling in my boxers. The
fucking
rest,
boss baby.
dude, it's awesome, bro.
I'm the
It's
same
so
way.
nice to do that.
I'm the same way. No, dude, I'm the same way, dude. As soon as I get home, pants are the first thing that comes out. Shirt. Shirt sometimes. That's one thing that I've gotten used to here in LA because like the weather's so good, and then like, you open the window, the breeze comes in. It gets a little chilly, so I usually I'm starting to wear shirts now. You know what I want? I really want a gown like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory gown, like the one that the grandpas wear. I want one of those, dude. I saw an episode of How I Met Your Mother when Marshall and Barney wear one. Dude, I want one, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I've seen that episode. I
it's
watched
like
How I
a
Met Your
it's dude.
Mother.
It's like a bed sheet on you. That's just I don't know. I don't. It looks so comfortable. I want one.
I You know, as I mean, it's funny. It looks funny. My mom wears gowns, so whenever I think of gowns, I think of like my mom wearing a gown.
No, it looks silly. It looks silly.
It looks silly, right? But okay, for sleeping, for me, dude, I have to be my boxers. I can't have a shirt on. I can't have pajamas on, shorts.
That's how I am in Texas,
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep comfortably if I'm not just in boxers.
dude. That's how I am in
No,
Texas, dude.
no gown, no jammies, nothing for me.
No, in Texas, dude, I'm all fucking just boxers. Here in LA, I have to have a thin layer. It's usually a shirt, but I have to, dude, because it'll get fucking cold. Sometimes I'll sleep with the windows open, and it just happens, dude. I mean, I don't know if you could have, or I guess not if you could have. Who do you think? Who do you think right here? Just me and you. Look at me. There we go. Um, look good today, though. Look
Thanks.
handsome.
You do too.
Uh, oh, thank you. If you could, sorry, what was I saying? Oh, I got it. I got it. Who do you think you'd make a perfect roommate with? Like, what celebrity do you think, like, just by looking at them, the vibes, you're like, dude, me and you, we'd be a good roommates. I could see
Blue,
us. Who?
Blueface, baby.
Blueface the rapper. Why? What do y'all share in common, or what would the roommate situation look like?
No, I just he had that one show where he had like six girls. It was a reality TV show. He had like six girls living in his
Mm,
house, all fighting for him. You know,
yeah.
I feel like I would just thrive in that sort of environment, dude. You
What
know,
what type what kind of environment do you want to live in? Like, do you want to live out in the country by the lake or something, or are you more of a city rat, or more international? Like, what do you think?
um, so and so I guess me and you have been talking about this a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
I've been showing you the apartments that I want to get and stuff. My dream has always been, whenever I think of like, oh, my dream life, it's never been like out in the country with a house and a white
Horse.
fence and a little porch and a lake down the road and some forest. It's never been that, dude. It's
You
always been.
you were describing it pretty well though. I
I
was able to
mean,
paint a picture with that, so I don't know. Maybe you have been thinking about it.
I can see it in my head when I'm old, right? Like that's where I want to, like live out the
Mm-hmm.
rest of my days when I'm old, next to a creek or something. But I've always had a fascination with just cities and city skylines, dude. And
Mm,
I've been looking at like studio apartments down in downtown Austin,
yeah,
um, to go live in the skyline, dude. Just high rise, even if it's a small studio, like
yeah.
really, 30th floor, so like 25 and above floor, 25th and above, and just views of the city from
Mm-hmm.
high up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my ideal. That's my dream. That's what I want to live, dude. Is high rise city skyline views.
I
That's
hope you
it,
get
dude.
it, man. I really do, because it's fun. I mean, I don't have much of a. I'm not that high up. I'm on the sixth floor, but these some of the views here, man. I wake up and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is
And
badass.
as oh, dude, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. You showed me the views that you had from your parking lot
Oh,
from
dude,
downtown
even
LA. That
fucking
was
sick, huh?
that was fucking sick, bro. I was like, God damn,
I
that's like
dude,
you.
dude, I like I always walk out and I'm always like, dude, that's fucking sick, dude. And
But
then my old building, remember my old building? We go on the roof on the eighth, ninth floor. That was
that
fucking sick too.
yeah, the one that I went to the first time, that was awesome. But I it's been so much so that I want to like, oh dude, I want to go live downtown in the fucking skyline. That
Hmm.
I'm willing to get a roommate. And I've been like reaching out to people and stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, you want to go you want to go get a downtown high rise apartment, bro? It's only going to be like 1900 a piece, dude.
Yeah. No, dude, I don't. Well, first, because you didn't ask me, but I don't know what celebrity I would want to live with. I think I would like to. Let me see. It'd have to be a celebrity that's always down to party, but not every day. Like once a week. I don't want a roommate that doesn't uh that like I would hate to like fucking roommate with the guys from fucking Grupo Firme because those fools are always fucking down and it looks like they fucking party like every day of the week. I can't
Yeah.
do those guys. But maybe like I feel like Bad Bunny would be weird as fuck too. Well, you know, he just looks like he's weird. You know what I mean? Uh, I know who. Do you know the guy? Do you know the guy from Chef or Bear? You seen the show Bear, right?
The white guy, the main
Okay, not
character.
Jeremy Allen. The other one, the husky guy. That the he in the show, he's like a maintenance plumber guy, but he's
Yeah,
an
the
actual
fat guy with
chef.
the tattoos.
Yeah, I would like to room with him, dude, because I feel like he would fucking chef it up, dude. And if this guy's chefing it up and he's making good meals, I'll fucking clean the whole fucking house, dude. Yeah, dude. Maddie Matheson from The Bear. I think he would be a great roommate. He would chef it up. He looks like a clean guy, kind of. He might smell a little bit. Maybe he skips 2 or 3 days of shower, but
Yeah,
in general, he looks like he'll chef it up. And I
yeah,
think places to live at, man. I think I'm like you, man. As much as I want to convince myself that living out in a spaceful place in the middle of nowhere, sure you'll get more bang for your buck, but dude, just being in the city, dude, it's fun. Just walking downstairs, like this is the best. Walking downstairs, walking Archie, stopping by at the corner, getting coffee, stopping by at the other shop, getting a little loaf of bread or a little fucking pastry, a little fucking but not a baguette, but a fucking a scone, a fucking muffins, whatever. It's so fucking convenient, bro. There's a fucking Target down there too, and if I need to buy stuff, I just go there. So it's really convenient. I like the ease of walking to places.
yeah.
I like walkability, and so I
That
think
was
that's why.
that was whenever the first time I went to go visit you in LA. That was the
Yeah,
coolest thing. Like we would just every morning go like, "Hey, dude, walk down to the Korean donut spot," or walk
yeah, that
down
was tight, huh?
or LA Donuts, right? And even though it was a mile away,
It
right?
didn't feel that long.
It didn't feel that long, right? Because the city is walkable. Like everything,
Mm-hmm.
there's stuff all the way there, and it's meant almost for like walking, right? Like it's designed.
And everyone's walking too.
Yeah. But here in Austin, at least where I'm living at, right, North Austin, my gym and my favorite food spot isn't that far away. But I'm not gonna walk there because it's all like fast roads next to you, and there's nothing on the way there. It's like you have to get in your car to go everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird. But that like just walking everywhere whenever I went out to LA, that was really nice, dude.
yeah, dude. One thing just to wrap up the roommate situation. Um, I don't. I think everybody wants to like we're both single right now. Jose too, Jose too.
Thanks
But
for
for us single
right
guys,
before.
everybody. If you're not single, skip this part. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
right
But
before.
a single guy. I don't know about you, bro, but I kind of like obviously yes. Maybe one day I'll like to be in a relationship. Yeah, why not? Right? When I meet somebody, but if you get to move in with them, that's something that doesn't keep me up at night. It doesn't, but I like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, fuck, dude, you're gonna give up a lot of shit. You're probably gonna give up most of the closet. Uh, you probably have no say in decorations. Where do the posters go, bro? Where are my fucking badass posters of the Astros winning the World Championship or fucking the Texans, JJ Watt? Just where am I going to put all those posters, bro? Where am I going to put these fucking frames behind me, dude? I'm a little nervous for that. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to keep a lot of my mason jars or my beer steins or whatever. Like, dude, I'm a little nervous about that, dude. I don't know. Is that something you think about, or is it just me?
So, all right, let's take a look right here where we're at, right? Take a look at your background. And then, take a look as well at like at Jose's background. whenever
You bought that for me, by the way.
I did.
I just realized that I sold that to you. I sold you that bookshelf when I left Austin.
You did. I forgot about that, but yeah, you did. I bought that bookshelf from you. That is one of the only pieces of furniture that I have in my apartment, dude. Look at your background. You have all these frames and all these. You have it. What seems like very well decorated, dude. This
Thank you.
is the extent of my decorations. Oh, and next to my TV, I have two like white elephants with golden crowns on them, which is probably my favorite decoration. And
What
oh,
happened
and
to
what
what
happened?
happened to the fucking painting you bought in on Hollywood Boulevard when you were here, where you were
Oh,
like discussing with him? You're like, "This is gonna be look great in my fucking apartment." And remember that shit? You were like, "We're like, come on, Jafet, let's go." You're like, "No, no, no, I want to buy local art. This is gonna look
yeah,
great."
I have that. There's a little like a built-in desk in the apartment, and that's where I have all my little travel stuff, right?
Okay,
That painting from when I went to New York, Mexico, all that stuff that's over there, right?
okay, that's good.
But I don't decorate my walls. I don't do anything. So for me, that's I don't have that vision. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
that eye for that sort of I don't know what you call it, right? Just that sort of detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's something I look forward to is like whenever I move in with someone,
Someone
and
decorated it for
yeah,
you.
like, hey, I can add some life, like, whatever my wife or my girlfriend that I end up moving in with, yeah, dude, just do what you want with the place, decorate it however you want. Let me have my little bookshelf and my little where I keep all my travel decorations all my little souvenirs, and
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Everything else, you put up the live, laugh, love everywhere. You do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do not mind. I prefer it that way because I do not have an eye for decorations, for
I
aesthetic.
think. Yeah. No. I think. I mean, this could be a simple solution, but I think I think a good compromise is just get a 2 bedroom. One would be the bedroom, and then just keep your own office, or keep the man cave. Get a man cave somewhere, and I think that's a good deal. You know, I don't know.
Dude,
I'm not in a relationship. I
I mean,
almost I almost moved in, and it's not almost. It wasn't that close, but the discussions were there. One of the last one of the previous ladies that I was dating, I actually considered asking her to move in with me, and I think I did bring it up. She didn't like the idea because I told her we would have to get 2 bedrooms, one for me, one for her. We would just be roommates. I mean, I was joking. I was obviously joking, but then like I saw how mad she was getting, so I was like, no, I'm being serious. Uh, but I mean, it'd be cheap, dude. Like I see one of my friends that are in relationships, what they pay for rent, and I'm like, dude, you guys go even Steven? That's pretty fucking sick, dude. Paying, 700-800 for rent, not bad, not bad. But
must be
you'll give
nice.
up your space. You know, that restroom, you can't be walking around your boxers.
Well,
Oh,
dude, if I'm in a relationship, bro, I'm walking like my girlfriend, bro, better get used to me walking around my apartment, our apartment, right? It's not just my apartment, in my boxers, dude.
no.
Like that's just what it's gonna have to be. That's not something I'm willing to compromise. I'm coming home from work, pants are coming off, shirts coming off.
Shirts go. All right, I like it. I like it. Miss Captain Underpants here.
Yeah.
Captain Underpants here.
And
Okay,
that's just what it is.
let's move on to our next segment, Jafet, that we like to call. Uh, I was gonna say close out Q&A, but that's thinking twice. Um, no, let's do highs and lows of the week, bud. So you're our guest. So let's talk about a high point in your week and a low point. So I'll let you go ahead and start it off.
All right, dude. Not to like, honey dick you or anything, but I guess the high point of my week is being on this podcast.
Hey, really?
Because the low point of the past 2 weeks, this pay period, is I've been working like 12-hour days every day. I've been working on the weekends, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like to sound like a little bitch about it, but like
Mm-hmm.
I love my job. I love what I do. But even if you do love what you do, like dude, working 12-hour days every day and working on the weekends, like it takes a toll on you.
Shit gets
But
tiring.
today, I have to work tomorrow and Sunday, the rest of this weekend. But today, I'm here. I'm having a few brewskis. I had a whole 6 pack and a couple shots of Elijah Craig, and I'm having a good time, man. I'm glad you brought me on board to do a little sort of substitution for
So,
Jose. Little
yeah, no,
celebrity, little celebrity.
yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, dude, I know. I was like, yeah, I gotta call Jafet because Jafet is always down. But I think it's crazy because we kind of went through. I was telling earlier, like we both started new jobs, and I feel like sometimes you are someone that relates, right? Because you left, you 2 years in your job, I'm 2 years in my. No, you're what, 3 years?
No, 2 years. About to be 2 years.
2 years. Oh yeah, because no, really.
Dude, my 2 year mark is coming up in 3 months, so it's right around the corner.
But you started working when I started school.
Yeah, but I didn't move to Austin until like a month or three after that.
Anyways, we did some same we did some same parallel moving, right? Like you moved to Austin, I moved to LA. You got your job, I got my job. And we just kind of been so sometimes like you living alone, I related to because this is I first time alone. It was also your first time alone, so I think we were going through some same similarities. So I thought this would be cool a little, even though this is a roommate podcast episode. But I was like, let's bring in Jafet. He has some wise words to share with the audience.
I try.
And you're founded in San Marcos, Texas.
I was actually legitimately founded in San Marcos.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, my high of the week is I went to Joshua Tree, a national park out here.
Uh,
About Yeah, Josh. I should have fucking taken a bottle of Josh, dude. Honestly, but I went out to Joshua Tree, and dude, those trees are so fucking weird, man. But they're cool. They're cool. But it just really like they don't feel like they belong here. They feel like they're some kind of fucking Dr. Seuss tree from like Whoville or something. You saw the trees that I posted?
yeah,
They're
yeah,
just, dude,
yeah.
they're mind
Oh,
blowing, dude. They don't look like they're from Earth, but they're really cool trees. So I'm really happy that I went. I went out there by myself. I camped out, and just had a good time to just sit, reflect, and just have a good time.
I saw that, man.
Um,
It looked like a really good time.
oh,
It
dude, it
filled
was
with,
a blast, dude.
yeah,
Climbing
so much
those
stuff.
rocks,
Was it?
climbing those rocks made me feel like a kid again, dude. Because I was like climbing them and going up, and it sucked going by yourself, but sometimes you need that. I feel like sometimes you need. I like doing. I'm a loner, dude. I could do a lot of shit, especially like when you move to a new city. With like your close friends, close family. So you just go on and do your own shit, and it was pretty cool, man. So that was my high. I was gonna take Archie. I know the people are wondering, well, what happened to Archie? Why didn't you take him? Archie's not allowed to go on the trails at national parks because they're trying to preserve a lot of the wildlife, and so dogs bring in diseases and stuff. Um, so plus I don't think Archie would have fucking made some of those hikes that I was walking, or he would not
Yeah,
fucking.
he runs out of breath trying to get up on the couch, from what I remember. So
Yeah,
him doing a
yeah,
couple miles hiking, I don't think that would have been.
that would have
I
been
don't think
a
that would
little
well with
tough for
him.
the booger.
Yeah,
My low, dude. Uh, I don't know if you know this, Jafet, but I live in LA. Yep,
yeah,
yep. Los
I do.
Los Angeles, California. I live in LA. No, dude, but seriously though, I'm expecting, like, I'm paying a shitload of money for rent, for taxes, all this bullshit. I'm expecting 72 and sunny every fucking day, dude. If I'm only paying that much, that's what I expect the weather to be every day. And it has not been that weather lately, dude. It's been fucking gloomy. It's been raining, and I fucking hate it because I get fucking lazy when I see that weather. Like my body's like, oh fucking rainy day, time to fucking lounge or lounge. It's lounge is a word I'm making up here. Half slothing,
It's a work
lounging,
out there.
lounge. Yeah, whatever. Um, I just want to be lazy, and I don't want to do shit. And this weather, fucking, that's what it makes me do, bro. I just fucking want to be lazy and shit, and so I don't like feeling like that. So that was my low, dude. Just being lazy. This week I've been so fucking lazy because of the weather. I
I
hate it.
know that. Yeah. It's funny. Like it's been the same exact. This week is the same exact in Texas.
Isn't that crazy?
I feel that as well. Yeah.
That shit, like, yeah. Today though, it got sunny, and I sent a picture to my mom, and I'm like, oh, look at the weather over here. 72 and sunny. That's what we pay here. That's the weather tax that we pay here in LA.
Yeah. It's a steep weather tax, but man, when I was out there,
Dude,
man, it was nice, dude. That just rolling down that what's that big highway that y'all have down there? There's
the what highway was it? The PCH? No, it wasn't the PCH.
one of the big highways down there, bro. Cruising down there in the middle of the day.
Oh, I-5, and when we went to San Clemente,
Yeah, the sun's hitting you just right, bro.
dude, wasn't that tight?
Your windows are down and it's warm enough to where you're not cold, but it's cool enough to where you're not hot, dude.
Nope.
Like it was just,
And
man.
it's like that all year long, dude. Imagine in the summer, dude. You fucking little Robbit. Ain't nothing like them summer nights.
I didn't understand that Lil Rob summer night
Yeah,
vibe until I went out there, dude. And I was like,
yeah.
holy shit, bro, these summer
Hey,
nights out here are fucking awesome. Like I
I'm
get
right
like
next to the Pacific. To be specific, I love that song. All right,
so
there it
yeah,
is.
weather tax, man. I would say it's worth it though. So
It's worth it. Yeah, we'll see. All right, there it is. That's the episode. Thank you, Jafet, again so much for joining us. Hopefully next week we'll have Jose. But until next time,
we'll see what the people want, man. Till
what the
next
people